Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Customer Ed Nuggets podcast series. I'm your host, independent learning tech analyst johnleh of Talented Learning, bringing you anything and everything customer education from technology, content, strategy, and more in 10-minute segments or less. This is episode 30 already. Can't believe how time flies as we go through these topics. Today, I'm going to talk about innovations in AI in customer education. Since the last time I brought you an update on anything AI, it's almost been a year. And since then, I've reviewed about 200 different learning solutions. And so I want to bring the best of what I've learned and highlight today 5 areas of impact that AI is making in customer education, and then give you some specifics in each one of those broader areas to show you what's possible and what's going on in the industry right now. Why should you care? Well, because your customers expect it, for one, but your competition, more importantly, is doing it to some degree. And so now it's a race to effectiveness and who can do the most with the least amount of resources. And that's one of the things AI brings to customer education teams, as always, resource strapped. So let's get going. What are the 5 top areas? Number one thing I saw in this year of reviews is the concept of agents. Agents are like chatbots that are personalized to each learner. And so they can be attached to maybe just a course to help you understand the course, ask different questions, do remediation in areas of a particular course, or it can be broader than that, where the agent is a proactive helper that follows you around throughout the day and in your daily tasks in the flow of work of being able to ask questions and suggest content based on what you are, where you are, and what you're doing. And these agents are really cool because it's personalized. It's learning about you all the time, adapting based on habits in the past and your preferences in terms of media and size of content and video or not, and continuing to offer up proactive opportunities for you to get smarter or to learn the next step in things. And so there's agents now for learners, there's agents for administrators, there's agents for instructors, there's agents for managers that are all doing the same thing, but they're role-based. Really cool stuff. Number 2, content creation. This is getting kind of old. It's been here for 2 years, generative AI. But it really is reflecting itself in all areas of the application. But just in the learning content, it's helping you do everything from coming up with titles and descriptions and writing your learning objectives, to writing assessment questions, to doing scenarios and simulation-based training, to creating full-blown courses with modules, lessons, pages, interactivity, pre-test, post-test, study guides. All of that can be wrapped into sourcing graphics and sourcing audio clips, and in even some rudimentary video, but certainly transcribing all of that content and localizing it. Are all things that AI is doing right now to speed up the content process. Since customer education is always about teaching your customers about your proprietary content, any way that you can, or your products and services rather, any way that you can speed up content development is a way that you can impact your organization by getting the market quicker and really in lower costs, and being able to make an impact for a longer time where that product and service is valid. All right, cool. Number 3, I've seen a lot of advances in administration from the agents I just talked about, but just different ways to make administrators' jobs easier. And some of that is like going into existing libraries and just tagging everything, having AI agents go in, look inside the SCORM courses, look inside the PDFs, transcribe the videos and look inside the content and be able to tag it, write better descriptions, assign it to a skill model and what skill and what level is that. And so just working with your library better, making your library of content more effective, doing optimization of that library based on content utilization. It's also doing other things like more just handsy tasks. So at LMS, it allows you to schedule all your ILT and your VILT. But for anybody that's ever done it, it takes a long time. You got to go in there, put the class, the dates, and click in here and put the date in there, and you can go through all those different steps and and do that 100 times if you have 100 classes, or 1,200 times if you have 1,200 classes. Now AI is helping you say, okay, which classes do you want to run? Where do you want to run them? How often do you want to run them? And boom, and it just builds out your whole schedule. Oh, you want a whole curriculum of these 20 classes, all with different parameters. Let's build that all out at once. That process that I just described, teams used to lock themselves in a room for weeks, sometimes months, to be able to build out a plan, do all the conflict checking, and get the right instructors to the right place and manage that whole process. Now, a lot of that is just being automated through AI in LMSs and in training management systems that are attached to LMSs. So great advancements just to knock more and more and more of the manual tasks out of LMS administration, making you more efficient, making you more lean, making you more effective in the marketplace. Number 4, keep moving on. Analytics. So it's one of my favorite areas, because without analytics, you can't prove ROI. And if you can't prove ROI, well, you're not a grown-up customer education department yet, because that's where you have to go to make yourself indispensable and keep your seat at that strategic table. And so learning management systems now are really bringing the ability in to analyze large sets of data for trends, for content optimization or content utilization, things for oddities or anomalies in your data, things that aren't attached or don't have skills, or, ways to clean up your library that way of digging into it from an analytics, but also looking for trends in things like how many of us have collected 10,000 survey responses, and that's about the most useless thing in the world, because there's no way to see any trends or to understand sentiment. So now sentiment analysis and things like that allow you to look at these big trends across lots and lots of different surveys and really be able to use that feedback then to do predictive analysis and do predictive analysis anyway based on past trends to figure out where to put your money, where you put your investment in terms of learning in the future to have the most bang for the buck. And I saw a lot of cool things with natural language processing. So instead of going into one of the 50 reports that the vendor already built, which may be good in configuring it, just like I'm talking right now, just say, okay, I want to look at all my customers in the East Coast that have 10 more learners, and see their sales performance of 2024 versus 2025 after they completed their certification, and calculate what the average upswing was from that certification result, and just say it like that, and boom, that report gets built in the background, and then you can start adjusting it. It's really powerful. You save it, do all the same things you're used to with LMS reports, except that instead of trying to click around for a half hour and create something, you just do it just like I said there. And then finally, what's my 5th favorite thing? It's really taking it to the flow of work. And what do I mean by that? Well, it's not that learning has never been an island or a place that you go. It's, you're bringing learning into your software applications and things like that. But I mean really bringing it into your flow of work, like bringing it into your sales team. So AI is using your LLM of your organization and your proprietary data to be able to help you prepare for sales calls, to look at the chat GPT to things like that, to get company overviews and LinkedIn overviews, and help you figure out what questions to ask, and then how to build your PowerPoint presentation, and pulling this out. And you're going to be talking with AT&T. Well, why don't you do some practice scenarios and practice pitching this and practice in a simulation type standpoint. And then when you're on the call, AI's listening, helping you interpret what you're hearing and what to ask next and how to frame that and how to tie that. And it's pulling into the LMS to do that, all the way through to the follow-up and writing the proposal and doing the presentation and turning it into contract. That seems like a sales management system. It is, but they're tying it with learning management systems now, so it's almost one and the same thing. It's really cool. That also is true with customer success and customer service systems, to do the same thing, because that learning content is useful anywhere, no matter what format it is, from full course to just a little ping of knowledge exactly when you need it. And those are the 5 things that are really impacting customer education right now from an AI perspective, and that's learning agents or agents in general, all the content creation capabilities, all the administration capabilities, the next generation of analytics and ROI generation, and then extending that into the flow of work of your normal systems. That's some good stuff. You can find more of our fiercely independent content at talentedlearning.com. Hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I hope to see you on the next. Have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you soon.